Hello, everyone. It's good to be with you today. So you've heard enough about AI and platforms, but I'm going to tell you a little bit more, and hopefully I can put things in context more than anything. Traditional software applications today are under threat from AI. Because AI only needs the underlying data, they can be app agnostic. That means that for SaaS vendors, software vendors, it's probably going to reduce their market share, increase the churn in their subscription base, and increase also the competition from their AI-enabled peers, or even from AI that was built in-house, AI agents that were built in-house using low-code, no-code tools. So what we're seeing today is that the center of activity is moving away from the SaaS layer and down to the platform layer. That's where the data and the connectors and the language models live that AI agents and AI assistants need today. Given these trends, for software vendors, the directive is clear, right? It's either become more platform-like or perish. For software users, on the other hand, there's never been a better time to feel more in control of your tools and all your productivity and workflows. AI assistants and co-pilots and increasingly AI agents make it easy to feel, to automate tasks, to customize your workflows, and in general, take advantage of these advanced AI capabilities that were reserved for, advanced users before. So AI is really democratizing, again, the productivity tools and customization of your process and workflows. What makes that shift possible is the use of modern digital platforms as a foundation. So what do we mean by a digital platform? IDC defines digital platforms as these purpose-built foundational frameworks that can unify people, processes, and technology. These platforms connect the applications and the data and the processes to streamline the delivery and management of AI. And since AI is becoming so central to business strategies, we need that kind of easy connectivity that is not currently available with the complex and kind of cumbersome and expensive fragmented tool sets that are used to build AI today, right? So these end-to-end platforms are what makes the advance of AI possible. So for that reason, we're seeing that in the next few years, it could be few days, it's moving so fast, right? We're seeing software products moving to platforms, becoming more platform-like by adding these control plane. We're also seeing the current microservices-based platforms, that architecture, also adding this abstraction layer, right, to adapt and facilitate orchestration of AI agents. Another thing with software is that applications are engaging more and more with agents instead of humans as autonomous actors. And finally, just in 3 years since generative AI became available, it's already giving way to agentic AI. So the answers that we used to get with generative AI are becoming actions with AI agents. And the promise of all this disruption, of all these new trends and technologies, of course, is to make businesses more productive and more agile. In the recent digital platform economic impact study that AI did, users told us that the top drivers for digital platform adoption is exactly that. Business agility is the first driver. The second one was customer engagement and experiences. And the other three all had to do with automation, basically adopting AI today. So how do we get there? In the same survey, users told us that their platform budgets are increasing from about 23% in 2025 this year to 31% next year. So businesses are ready to pay for that, for those advancements. But not every business is data ready. We're still seeing a lot of companies struggling with data readiness, right? And that limits their ability to really take advantage of the insights that are, hidden in the data silos throughout the organization as well as take advantage of the advanced tools to build AI agents that can also use these insights. If data is not clean, it's not trusted. We know that much is true, right? So organizations know that they need to put their data house in order. And they're often looking to their platform vendors for help with that. So at the same time, we're seeing these vendors invest in data management, in governance tools. We see them add synthetic data sets, labeling, and other data governance and compliance and security tools and measures. And that's aligned with exactly what their vendors or their users are looking to from them to have. When asked what are the top 3 actions that their platform vendors can provide, users told us that data security, compliance, and quality is number 1. So we know that clean data is the foundation for advanced AI, and platforms make it possible and attainable. IDC estimates that by now, in this year, about 60% of enterprise applications are already enhanced with AI assistants and advisors. And about 32% of these same enterprise applications already are enhanced with AI agents by the end of this year. We had to revise that last AI agent estimate, by the way, in just the last few months, because this is how fast it's moving. We're seeing these trends developing, much faster than expected. When asked to estimate also how fast their digital platforms are returning ROI, 45% of users told us that it took less than a year. If you add up the 3 bars in the top, that's 45% of users. That's incredibly fast. So we predict that by 2027, 75% of enterprise applications will use SaaS platforms to orchestrate these predefined app functions in AI agents for real-time workflows. The platforms will gradually become these intelligent ecosystems that are able to orchestrate workflows and agent fleets, really talking to each other, as well as dynamic interactions. Speaking of ecosystems, that brings me to the other important ecosystem in this picture, and that's the partner ecosystem. Partners enhance the value of platforms by offering integrated solutions and data streams and extensions that are built on top of the platform operators' own offerings. For example, partners in your AEC ecosystem are probably offering some of their solutions on the Autodesk App Store, and you can easily find them and download it and integrate it with your own systems, right? At the same time, marketplaces also are enhancing the value of platforms, and many of our respondents to that same survey tell us that marketplaces on the platform really do change how they interact with that platform and what extensions they use. These are all benefits, and we've talked enough about that, but of course, there's challenges, right? The more platforms are introduced in our organization, the more complex the IT environment becomes. Your IT team is already dealing with a lot of complexity, but is the rest of the organization ready for that kind of complexity? Take something as pricing, for example. Dynamic pricing models like AI agent token consumption that can fluctuate day to day, or something as support ticket that was resolved by AI, and your vendor wants, based on outcomes, how many support tickets are resolved. That's what you owe the vendor, right? I don't know how many departments, your procurement department or your finance department, are they ready for that kind of pricing fluctuations? And that's before we even mention all the bigger organizational and structural and cultural changes that have to happen in the organization to adopt advanced AI and all the complexity that comes with it, right? But of course, platforms do drive a lot of value, and that's why the change in the shift is moving along so fast. In the same survey, users told us that all of these metrics, this is an average, of course, but all of these metrics are improving. All the big KPIs and business metrics that organizations tend to follow are improving. Satisfaction, efficiency, productivity, revenue from new products. Most importantly, costs are decreasing. If you see that last bar there going in a negative direction. Who doesn't like to see that, right? So that's why we think that for this massive change that we all have to go through for the adoption of AI, starting with a adoption of the platform model is a smart choice for most organizations. So I threw a lot of numbers your way, but the three main takeaways that I want to leave you today with are this. Platform model is key to the success in the shift to this AI-first market. Platforms do manage to give us a lot of business agility, a lot of automation, improved KPIs, and of course, reduce development costs. I mean, it's really this kind of Goldilocks model. And finally, ROI is so fast with digital platforms. We believe that digital platforms are creating these flexible and transformative ecosystems or economies, if you will, that can meet the needs of their users today, but more importantly, evolve with the technology trends and meet the needs of their users tomorrow. Thank you.